Hi, in this video tutorial I'm going to be talking about how to create a blog post on the Africans for Peace website. Okay, so this is what a blog post on the website looks like on desktop view. Here's the main content area on the left and the sidebar here on the right, which you will not probably be editing. Okay, so go to your dashboard. Either can click on new post here, or you can go to post, add new, or you can go to all posts and clone a post. The reason why I want to clone a post is because then I'll keep it consistent in terms of the layout and the look and feel of the post, because there are different types of posts and different layouts for posts you can choose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this one or clone it. Okay, once that's done, it'll create my cloned post, and you'll know it's cloned because it says draft here. So then I'm going to go and edit it. And I'm going to change the heading to that of the heading provided. The other thing I need to do is change the URL. When you change URL, make sure there's no capitals and there's no spaces between words. Just change from using a space to a hyphen. Click OK, and then click Save. Don't click Publish until your post is completely finished. Because let's say you have subscribers for this website who receive an email every time you create a new post. If you click publish and it's not like up to scratch how you want it, and there's still changes to be made, then your subscribers might receive that post in its unfinished form. Okay, so to add content or edit the content, here's where you add content. I've just removed everything. And then I'm going to copy and paste. Make sure you remove any large spacing between paragraphs. Okay, so I could actually publish this now because it's got all the content I want. However, it's still using an image from an old article, the one we cloned, so I need to remove that. And here in the subtitle we need to change from class to the new author. Okay. So this is fine, we can publish it as is. However, it's not going to appear very nice on the website, and I'll show you why. So if I click publish, then go to the website, you'll see that it will appear, but it will appear without any imagery. So if I go to news, it's not going to appear here. The reason why it's not appearing in news or analysis is because we didn't assign a category to it. Oh, it actually is this. It is actually got a category assigned to it because we did clone a post, and the category that it was already assigned to it was analysis and featured. If we make it featured, it will appear on the home page on the slider. I'll show you what that looks like. So if you click the featured category, it's going to come up as one of these rotating slides. But since we don't have any imagery, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Let's just wait for it to slide over. Okay. See, there's no imagery, so this is what it looks like on the home page. Okay, so we'll go back here, and I'm not sure if this is news or analysis, so for now I'm going to leave it as news. Okay, so this article refers to events in the Middle East and Africa, and it's I'm not sure if it's an analysis or a news piece, so I'll just keep it now as an analysis, and if you can always go back and change it. What we need to do is, in this section is tags, so it's like hashtags. You can write whatever hashtags you want. For example, sports unite, comma, Israel, Palestine, comma. So you can see what the hashtags look like. I'll add these. Then we need to add you can actually add a featured video, but just make sure if you do that, you change the format to video. So if you have your own image, you can add it here, but since I don't have one, I'm going to go to a free stock image website. There's a few that I use. I use unsplash.com, and I also use stocksnap.io. For non-free stock images, I use Shutterstock. So in Shutterstock, you could type in Israel, Palestine, and then change this and then click search. And then you can change the settings to only feature editorial. So perhaps you want to use an image like this. However, you're going to pay about 100 and actually more, but about 150, 200 Rand per image. But the problem is you can only buy 10 images at a time. 5 images is a minimum purchase from Shutterstock. However, if you want to purchase from me, I can do it at 95 Rand because I have an account with them. Otherwise, you can go to these free image websites and free for commercial use or editorial use. So I'll type in Israel, Palestine, and see what comes up. So I'm going to set a featured image now that I've uploaded that plugin to reduce image file size. So I'll just click set featured image, upload a file, select a file from my computer, and make sure there's my file, but I've renamed it to something more apt. I've called it Football Unites. Click open, and WordPress will automatically optimize that image and reduce the file size. What you can do is change the title, just clean up the wording and the grammar. You can also copy that to the alt text. Click set featured image, and it's going to show up here. Click update, and then you can click preview changes. Keep in mind that only click publish and update once the website once the blog post is fully published. If you want to preview what the blog post looks like before you've published it, click preview changes. It'll open up a preview window in another tab. So this is what our blog post looks like now. It's a bit more exciting with an image at the top. But I would say that there's still it's lacking a bit of liveliness within the article. So if it was me, I would try and add more pictures, and I would also try and draw out some of the text by, if you have any quotes, you can draw them out in a block quote. So what I'll do is I'll take one of just maybe a short line from this article and draw it out. So I'm going to call this out as a block quote, but you can always change this back if you like. To do that, separate the text, click enter, make sure it's separated into its own paragraph, and then click this block quote button. You can also make it bold if you like. So all these formatting tools here are available to you. You can play around with them and see what they do. It very much works like Microsoft Word or any other editor program. You can bold, italic, underline, have a list, strike through, left align, right align. If you want to have an image within this body of text, maybe a small image, you can add something. For example, I'll add this picture here just as an example, and I want the size of it to be a thumbnail size, although I already did save it as a thumbnail size. I'll just, for this instance, I'll use full size, and I don't want it to link to anything, and I want it to align to the right, and I also want to caption this image. So this will appear here, align to the right, or I could align it to the left, and I can always remove it, or I can click edit to change the size. And I can even I can even make this image link to somewhere else if I'd like. I'm just going to remove it for now. So I'll update that and then click preview changes once it's available. Once I click preview changes, this window that we had open from before will update, and there is my block quote text. Okay, so the only other things you need to know, I think I mentioned it before, but if you click this button, featured, it's going to appear in the home page as well. So if I go to the home page, it's going to appear as one of these slider banners. So it should come up in a second. There it is, and it's going to come up after this image. If you want to change the order of this, what you have to do is, or if you want to remove any of these from the banner on the home page, you'd have to go into this particular post and then click edit, and then deselect featured from the categories section. If I deselect that and then update, it's going to remove it from that feature banner. Just a quick, another quick thing to add is that remember the categories are quite important here. If you ever need to add a new category, just do so by clicking add, then writing the name here, then click add. So at the moment it's featuring in analysis. So here on the analysis tab, if I click analysis, it's now going to come up as one of the other posts in that section. The last thing I want to add to this is this is the layout of our blog post, but we can easily change the layout to something a bit simpler. You can explore all the different options here. So we're using style 4. As you can see, it's a big thumbnail image, but you can change it to a video blog post, so the video starts at the top. Please do experiment with these. You can have one with an advertisement at the top. You can have one with no featured image at the top, It all depends on what you're trying to do with your post. And yeah, that's it for this tutorial. Let me know if you have any more questions regarding posting. Thank you very much, and good luck.